Boys, girls, finally we are back for another episode of the Ultimate God Cup. It is top 16 still, and we are here with a match between Monster Slots and Gravity Card Gaming. Hello, Leonard. Thanks again for joining me for that. What a beautiful evening it is, right?
Always pleased to see you. Indeed it is. Indeed.
Yeah. And it is pretty funny
I'm so pumped.
It is pretty funny because actually Team Monster Slots and Team Gravity Card Gaming both had players in the top cut of the Austrian Nationals, which we enjoyed over the last weekend, right?
Yeah. That was quite the tournament, actually. I gotta say, it was a blast. But I think about the Austrian Nets, we don't need to talk about that much anymore. We have discussed this on our podcast like for the longest time. Anyways, I'm hyped.
Let's just get into the game, right?
Yeah, obviously.
So I will get the field up, and there we are. So the players can hopefully start very soon. I have the game up. And yeah, top 16 still, as we said. And we actually are featuring a match between two Sky Striker decks, which normally we would say is like quite a bummer and quite disappointing to watch. But today it might be different, right?
Yeah, I think we have like a definite winner in this Sky Striker mirror. We have Niklas Seidel, who's playing the Demise Striker version. That came second in Austria, and I've play tested this quite a lot in the last few days, and I can only say that there is nothing easier than playing versus regular Sky Striker. If you're playing Demise, 3 Gemming, 3 Afterburner, 3 Shark Cannon Sky Striker, it's insane. You just can't lose this matchup. It's impossible. Unless you're like doing stuff that you shouldn't do a lot. Like a lot.
Yeah, let's see whether that happens.
Yeah, let's hope not. Let's hope not.
I think
should we just go into the game now, because I really want to see the...
Surely, me too. I think it's quite interesting. And it's quite fair to say that you could call the deck Boom Striker. I mean, he didn't actually invent the deck, but he was the first one to actually bring it to a bigger tournament, right?
Yeah, I think like the Demise Striker was around in the OCG or something like that, right. But the triple Shark, triple After, triple Gem, that's like kind of new. So...
Oh, guys, we are starting off now. Finally, the guys have caught up with our stream probably, and are now ready to roll. And yeah, like Boom, it was quite interesting.
I have like quite connection issues with you.
Oh, you do? That's not good to hear.
Yeah, sometimes
I experienced the same.
Gone. That's weird.
Not cool. But so, Gravity Card Gaming Stefano Esposito is starting things off. He's also playing Sky Striker, as we said. And he's actually playing a Striker version with Gammas in the main deck. So kind of a going second version. But he is going first right now.
Yeah. And I think that Mr. Seidel, Niklas Seidel, is actually not running any kind of hand traps. No, correct.
He's running impermanence, I think.
So, is he?
Yeah.
I think that is okay. Interesting. I mean, this is like the choice for Demise. Obviously, if you enter in Demise, it's gonna be impermanence.
That's true.
But the card, like every time I saw impermanence in the mirror match when I played Demise Strikers, it felt like really weak. I was like always happy if my opponent had like hand traps and stuff like that, because those cards are much less valuable than your Sky Striker cards.
Yeah, absolutely,
So,
absolutely.
oh, that's playing into Ogre. Okay, okay, but that's fine. So we have one Widow Anchor, one set card. He doesn't know what he's playing against, so he's not going to search for the engage, which would be like the normal thing to do if you know you're playing versus Sky Striker. So
Yeah.
I think this is going to be like pretty brutal.
Ooh.
Yeah, the first jamming wave takes out the other set card. It's impermanence.
But I mean, by
See,
playing
not a good card.
triple Afterburner and triple jamming waves, you still will have very, very bricky hands, right? Like opening double Afterburner, double jamming waves doesn't seem too cool.
If you have your access to Ray still, then it's fine actually. But what is he? Why is he going that route?
Oh, he didn't even use the effect of the field spell. Interesting.
Oh, I think he did, but
oh yeah, he did. Okay, nice. I was really wondering if he did.
Okay, no engage from the top, but if you're like going for that play, isn't like, I know I'm saying like a lot right now, but isn't popping the anchor for sure like the way to go? Because
Maybe
you're not running Eagle Booster. Anchor can actually hurt you.
Is he not running an Eagle Booster?
Boom wasn't, at least, and I think he isn't either. No.
Okay.
No Eagle Boosters.
That's very
So
interesting.
this one gets anchor. This is actually the one that you should anchor versus the Demise variant. At this point, or if you know, this is interesting because how can I explain this? Like, he has multi-role active, okay. So he has engage already. Okay, that makes sense. I kind of regret the decision to like to have Sky Striker as the featured match already, because this is stressing me out. I'm so tiny, Iru, because yeah, I just am tiny. You don't ask people why they are tiny.
I tried to fix that. I just made you a little bigger, but I'm fearing you being very, very big in a few seconds again. We will see. Hopefully that does not happen. But yeah, by looking at the stream, I also saw that you're pretty tiny at the moment. Your picture seems very, very tiny. Do you think it was? I mean, it's more acceptable.
Did he just?
Yeah.
Well,
Talk to me, Leo.
Did he just? Okay, so is there something I don't see? Because he first of all, I think, activated engage without using multi-roll onto anything, and now he activates jamming wave. I know he can still special summon out Array by sending away the area. Okay, but then he will get the Hayata back in his main monster zone, and he plays like no disruption other than Anchor and Sharkanen, which are like dead if you have a monster in your main monster zone. So actually, if opponent is able to draw into something good, oh, he pops his own monster. Okay,
Oof.
that makes it, well. Okay, that's.
That was wasting a lot of resources, wasn't it?
Wouldn't necessarily say wasted.
I mean, of course, it is
But
harder to overcome for Stefano now, because he only has one Kagari and so as we talked about earlier, the comeback potential of modern Sky Strikers isn't as big anymore because of that.
If there was like an ogre, which people don't really necessarily play, I mean, this way he got like everything out. He got the Ray Flow out, which I think he could have also done. He could have maybe gone another route, I think, but I think like this looks like it could be the right play, because he's getting there. This is actually a really good board. His opponent has nothing anymore. He has no roll. He has no random set card and no anchor, and he's out of his Wraith load.
Yeah.
So he has to invest like a card to get into the Link monsters again, and his multi-roll is going to set Engage, Widow Anchor, and Shark Cannon, or maybe Jamming Wave if he wants.
That's
So
huge,
he can
you're
also go for a Engage search. And now he's... Why do people do that? Like,
I was about to
there
say
are-
that, yeah. I know that you hate it, right?
Don't put the cards on top of your deck. That's so weird. You know that there are just like which cards are set. Like,
Yeah,
if
first of
there
it
is a
that,
different
and
set than the multi targets, then okay.
second of all, it's like on Dwelling Book you don't really see whether you put it on top of the deck or to the bottom, and so it's
Yeah.
always like that a little
You can
iffy
check it.
thing.
You can check it in the
Yeah,
log.
you can, but it's
You can
just
check it.
it's just easier to just
Yeah.
take them to your hand and set
Yeah.
the cards you took back. Ooh, ho, ho, ho. That's a quick scoop right there.
Yes.
I mean, it makes
Yeah,
sense.
this variant, this variant is just so dominant. Like, okay, the start was bad.
Yeah.
The start that Stefano had was bad. Okay, I see it, but still, he took away everything. There's nothing left for him. Nothing left for Stefano. And let's see if he decides to go second or first, because this build usually wants to go second, especially in the mirror match. Let me just try to figure out Stefano's list. Okay. Yep. What? Okay.
So he's going
Okay,
first
I was-
again. And it's interesting to note that both players didn't waste a whole lot of time to sideboard, both pretty confident in their sideboarding skills in the mirror match. They probably had a lot of time to
I
test
would
them.
disagree.
Okay, so he has the Metal for Fusion to be popped by the field spell, so it wasn't as bad as it normally is to draw the Metal for Fusion, and he draws into Engage, it seems like, as he instantly activates it and drops it to the table. To the imaginary table of Dwelling Book. And now he has multi-roll and everything set up. So he seems to be good to go, but...
If you see that you're... Why do you start there? Like, his sideboard versus Sky Striker is not shared right or anything, it's just Twin Twister and Ogre. Like, you've seen the deck of your opponent, which looks like it has a lot of spell trap removal, which is obviously a brick in the first turn, which leads to a bad setup.
Yeah, right.
Why do you want to start against that if your sideboard for this matchup is just good going second? I mean, okay, obviously it's going first. If you said you can't really set Twin Twister, right? Because it will get removed by MST or another Twin Twister or jamming waves or whatnot. But still. Now he's setting... Okay, so he's going to go for double engage next turn. And I mean, I've played the Demise Striker deck, and even I even won versus Orcus when they had Counter Trap, Double Fogblade, Barbel, Gearstone Graveyard with Skeleton, because I could remove like everything and then start to play and outgrind with Engage. So like, this shouldn't be too hard if he has a good hand.
That's right, that's right.
Maybe he also plays... Let's check what his...
By the way,
I'm
shoutouts
always
to
getting confused with all these
Sale19 in the chat, who's writing Fapisti. Was quite funny that people at Austrian Nationals recognized the Fapisti slang you
Yeah, I mean, it was
invented.
Sali, right?
Yeah, it was Sali, exactly. He remembers. And I think Sali actually is
Do
a
you
member of Team
remember?
Monster Slots, so he has something to root for today.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. He played no redoer in Orcust. I hate that. Sali.
But you didn't tell him at the,
I
at
really
the time
don't
he looked through his deck.
Oh, I did.
Oh yeah, you're right. You said it on
I asked
stream
him.
then. We had him in the featured match. There you were like,
Yeah.
why aren't you playing Reduo? What the fuck? And yeah, he
I
will be
mean,
happy.
in his situation where he played. Okay.
All good?
That's an oof.
Oof. So, it's from their names, it seems like some of the Gravity card game players are actually Italian, like Matteo Duraccio at table 2 and Stefano Esposito, who's playing the go first striker right there. Pretty. Ooh. He's going wild.
That's
now.
basically negate of jamming wave.
That's right. That's right.
But wait, he can't. Isn't multi-role act? Why does no one activate multi-role nowadays?
Seems like it isn't necessary anymore.
If he had activated multi-role earlier, then guys.
Boys. Yeah, but Sali must be pretty happy with his team at the moment because obviously Niklas is leading 1-0 right here. And we also got information from our judge that Tom Mansell at table 2 playing Salad is also leading 1-0. So
did we? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and actually he's facing the most interesting deck of our today's matchup because his opponent Matteo Duraccio is playing Pendulum Endymion, and he's playing like a go hard or go home variant, right?
Yeah, he's playing Into the Void.
Yeah, right.
And the Void is like also where his cards go if it's the end phase without using everything.
Yeah. So if you get interrupted and you have Into the Void, it could be big. Oh, and see, there's the anchor on the Kagari, and there's the anchor being chained.
On the Kagari as well.
Yeah. So Kagari stays at his field, but it's still negated, and he cannot take something back.
Yeah, he's gonna get ogred. He's gonna get ogred in the end phase on the multi-role. I called it. He has 3 cards still in hand, and one of those will be ogre.
Would be huge. And
yeah,
I mean, I agree. I do think so as well. And I mean, you making that call just because you want to see him being punished, but I think it's a fair call all in all. Oh, and there it is. Yep, the Mentalist strikes back once more. PogChamp. There you go. There you go. That is a big oof for Niklas.
I need to spam some emotes in the chat. I just have to spam emotes in the chat when the chat sees it. I'm gonna follow the stream now.
That one was huge.
What did he add though? I didn't watch because I was following the stream.
He added Shark Cannon actually.
Oh, what a good card. Doesn't he have Shark Cannon in the graveyard?
Let me just see. He has no Shark Cannon in the graveyard. Oh, he has Shark Cannon in the graveyard, yeah. But to me, it looked like he actually searched for Shark Cannon.
We don't have a log for whatever reason.
Oh wait. Oh yeah.
Why don't
right.
watchers have a log?
Watchers don't have a log. Just the players themselves have a log. But I don't think it matters too much because the position for Stefano now is amazingly good. But still, he shouldn't be able to search Shark Cannon there. Guys, maybe you can see it and rewatch it maybe, or you just saw it. Did he search for Shark Cannon while having Shark Cannon in the graveyard? If you see anything illegal, just tell us in general. Oh, and Revenge Let's Play says, in Germany says it, but he says, thanks for casting the Austrian Nets. It was cool to see a good coverage for once. Thank you, Revenge, for that. We enjoyed it as well.
NP, bro. Yeah, please don't go in. Does he? Okay, thank God. I thought that Stefano would just go for Hita now and try to resummon Kagari to go into a Link 3, which would of course not be possible, as you can only summon Kagari once.
Yeah, would have been pretty dumb.
Yeah. But, I mean, like, adding area with area is like the worst case scenario usually because you lose a card to add like a completely useless card, but he just wanted to get rid of the main monster, zone monster, so that one fulfilled its purpose, and now the 50th engage of the game will be activated. And at this point, I think Rikuri can just also scoop because this is not really going anywhere for him. Unless, of course, as it sometimes happens in those Sky Striker mirror matches, his opponent is doing a big oof move. So
rhyming and sliming, yeah. Big oof move. I like it. I like it. So, Iro in the chat says currently it's 1-0 for Gravity Card Gaming. I don't know where you got that information from, Iro, but feel free to tell us, because we would be interested in that as well. Because our information just says we have Monster Slots leading 1-0 at 2 tables. Who's playing for Monster? Actually, at table 1 we have Richard Schaber playing for Monster Slots, playing Salamangreat. And we have Tom Menzel at table 2 also playing Salamangreat. And then you see Niklas Seidel at the bottom screen playing Demai Striker for Monster Slots.
I'm trying to find like a pun for Demai Striker, but it's not working.
So, how much attack points has that Hayate? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 spells in graveyard, so that should be 700 damage. Yep, that is what Rikuri is taking right there.
Actually, yesterday I lost a game with Sky Strikers because I miscounted the spells in my graveyard. That was really frustrating.
Was it a mirror match?
No, it was versus Salamangreat. Could summon Shizuku after anchoring my opponent's monster, because Shizuku would then make his biggest monster, his Heat Leo, 1,400 attack points. And I thought it was 1-5, so I thought if I go into Shizuku with my Ray, then he can just crash, and then I don't get the float anymore. Yeah. So I lost that one. That wasn't good. If I went into Shizuku, I would have won. Had like an extra engage. But sick, yo.
Yeah, so...
Okay, so...
We talked about it at Nets, but we also talked about it a little at the podcast. Do you think it's the way to go now, playing Demai Striker? Just in general, asking you. Do you think it's better than usual Striker?
I would think so, actually, yeah. I think that also Barbaric's decklist, with which he won the...
Hungarian Nets. It was Hungarian Nets.
Hungarian Nets, yeah. It also has something to it. I mean, he played Desires instead of Demise. I actually do not know what to think of this.
Ooh, but what do you think of that scoop?
Yeah, I think it's reasonable to scoop there. I mean, you're not losing time, but you're wasting the time of the viewers, so we're playing without timeouts. Werden donations nicht voll? I don't think that... No, donations won't be like displayed. We should work on that, actually. We actually had something in mind. I think we just forgot. And yes, you will see us in Bochum, because we are going to cast the German National Championship together with German, who's I think it's like this YCS style where we are casting and he's doing the interviews and stuff. So the dynamic duo is back at it again now. Absolutely. And of course, the My Striker starts.
Ooh, and he has Ash for the engage. Does he have follow-ups?
Okay.
He does have Ray. Ooh, that's easy. And look, we don't even have to answer the questions in the chat, because Varudo Lul in the chat also says, yeah, the two guys are in Bochum, so we have like our own moderation in the chat. Thanks for that, Varudo. And I will just try to look up on the site whether I can find the donation, actually. Because, I mean, if you donated to us, we still want to thank you. So I will just look it up real quick.
Yeah, obviously. Why is this? Okay, so the good move where you don't activate another engage and go for a greedy roleplay. He played around Ogre. I like that. Appreciate that. And seeing that he has 3 card set, 1 engage in hand, now 2 engages. I think he might have drawn into his Heavy Storm Duster.
Okay, multi-roll. So no far, so far no demise being activated. Seems like Or looks like
Yeah,
regular
sad about
striker.
with more afters and jams and shark cannons, which don't really come through. Like game 1, it was displayed. Like it's basically back row removal strikers, so you can get your plays through, which I
Yeah,
really
that's
like. Seeing that all the interruptions basically now are hand traps or back row. Like every combo deck. Okay, versus Thunder, the deck is really utter rubbish. You really have to rely on this. Ooh, oh.
The Duster. This card is
yeah.
so huge.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be huge. Can even pop the area 0 for free.
Yeah, because there would be no sense.
Nobody would summon a second Ray.
Yeah. There's Hayate attacking now.
Hayate!
But still, the
wow,
situation...
1,500 attack points. That's crazy. It's so much damage.
Yeah, right.
No Shizuku subtract. Can you only see my eyes on stream? Like, this is really weird now.
Oh yeah, you're going big and small like crazy today. I'll just fix it once more.
Oh, disengage. Yeah, this is what you get for going. He maybe has another Heavy Storm Duster, which would be like absolutely insane, but still he would need to get like 3 spells into the graveyard before he can actually do something with the double engage he has. I mean, okay, arguably double engage is still fine if you have no cards in the graveyard, but
I guess.
it's like basically 3 cards less. Oh, he doesn't even have Kagari anymore, so it's 2 cards less only, which doesn't make it better, I guess.
Yeah. So they're just doing link plays, and does he have another Duster? That would be like insane at the moment.
Will another one bite the dust?
Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Me funny. Yeah, Sharkinen I like at this point. Okay, so no Duster. That's interesting. I wonder what those 2 sets are.
One of them
Okay.
is the good old jamming waves. Yeah,
the
we
last
do have
one will be
Decklist.
Sharkan.
Ooh, there's the anchor.
Yeah.
And actually, I looked up on the site whether there was a donation, but I didn't find one. Nice try there, bro, but if you're donating, we will be shouting you out for sure. So feel free to drop a donation. Or guys, if you haven't like subscribed to the channel yet, you should definitely do that as well. Because if you have Amazon Prime, for example, you can just have a free Twitch Prime sub every month. And we would happily be taking that one. Because we want to have more subs and want to get bigger and grow a little more. So help us out with that, guys, if you like our content.
Stefano is just stealing everything. He's got no chill at all.
Dude, these are not your cards. Give them back.
Oh, for a second I thought they were calling, but they sadly aren't. Yeah, no, unless he goes for Kana or Hayate. I don't know where the one. Wait, where does? It's Kana. If he summons Kana, where Shizuku is, then it's co-linked with Kagari, which is cool.
Nice.
Does this Hayate even deal damage? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 300 damage. Oh no, the Shizuku's anchored, I guess. So it's still 600 reduction only. So 900 damage.
Yeah, makes sense.
And we're in the main phase again.
Ooh.
Ah, okay. So he didn't declare the end of. And that makes sense.
Does he have Kagari still? I know his Kagari is gone. Yeah, okay.
His Kagari is on the opponent's side of the field.
Yeah, right. So it does make a little bit of sense, right? But don't you think just dropping it on the Shizuku is still better? I know his Shizuku is on his opponent's side as well. Like, did he already make Shizuku this turn?
No, oh, there is the Shark Cannon, which will, which can summon Kagari that doesn't do anything at all. It's like a useless Kagari. Activate engage first and search something and then summon the Kagari. That would be like a lot better, I think. Did he just waste it? Oh no, he can't even summon the monster. He only has one spell in the graveyard.
Oh, so he just banishes the Ray, okay.
So yes. Okay, so he will get like one draw.
Yeah, right.
He might search for...
So it seems like...
There's like...
It seems like the Demise version actually might lose this mirror match, right?
Yeah, it's possible. But...
I mean, he will have 3 monsters at the end of this turn.
He can search for... Let's go through this. He can search for Shark Cannon again. Special summon the Kagari at one more engage. Then have... Yeah, okay, so he could link up into Link 3 with Hita. But maybe he doesn't do that. Maybe he just goes multi-roll, send the Hayate, and then doesn't risk getting ashed unless this ash was dropped in this turn. I think it was on the first engage that was revealed. So yeah, if he searches a Sharkan and yeah, summons the Kagari, adds back another engage, goes into Hita, he can actually shuffle his own Kagari back and then has another Kagari with the Unicorn. Which is quite gimmicky.
Absolutely.
But and then he can actually attack over the Shizuku, which I wouldn't recommend because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 node would work. Attack over the Shizuku, and then have like. Actually, does he even Unicorn?
Does he?
Why do you not play Unicorn? But Super Poly with 2 targets.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Like. Unicorn is so much more... Ooh, but now comes Crow. Good old DD Crow. What do you think about Crow at the moment?
By the way, I think we should, like, the pictures of the teams, the logos are switched once again. If you're following our stream on a regular basis, then this won't be new to you. If you just tune in because this is your favorite team, first of all, watch the other ones as well. And second of all, this is a common meme. It's not because we are too dumb to fix it. It's a meme, okay?
Of course it is, guys. Why would we be so stupid to just let it be every single time? No, we want that to be that way.
Wait, did he just summon the Shizuku under Hayate?
Apparently, yeah.
What?
That is a very, very weird game state for Sky Striker mirror match, right? Like 5 Link monsters being on the field at the same time just does not seem right. So, I'm wondering whether we have information on the other matches, because we still are at 1-0 for Tom Medsel for Monster Slots at table 2, but nothing else. So if our judge sees that, just feel free to drop us some more information, please.
Oh, the Shizukus are co-linked. That's so cute. I think this is gonna be the reason why he did that, because I
see no other reason. Yeah, I mean there are
no reason for
3 Shizukus at the table at the same time. Like, why? How did that happen?
I'm gonna take a picture.
Yeah, you should, because that is really weird.
This is going to my. This has to happen quickly now.
Yeah, quick.
Okay, let me just take some time for my Instagram. Okay.
Absolutely. Social media has to be provided with good content by Leonard Koenig. Everybody, if you want to have a laugh, just follow Leonard Koenig on Instagram, because he's a social media boss, apparently. And from time to time, I will be part of these stories too.
I can't. How do I make this smaller? I don't care. Okay, this is nice.
Sky Striker extra link incoming. Yeah, go for it. Oh, now, because I talked about it, our judge just gave us some new informations, and actually, Matteo Duraccio for Gravity Card Gaming with his Pendulum deck equals the score at table 2, so we are in the final game 3 right there, as we are right here. And table 1 seems to be pretty silent, because they're not answering our judge how the score actually is in that game. So we will have to wait for that.
By the way, random fun fact, Niklas has 3 shark cannons in his grave.
Oh yeah, true. That's just a random fun fact for real. And he activates, like, Stefano just activated the shark cannon, stealing the Kagari, just abusing it.
Yeah.
Revenge Let's Play in the chat asks whether I can play the guitar, because there's one in the background. And I can give you the intro of Smoke on the Water, but nothing more than that, sadly. But I could do that pretty good, actually.
I can play a giant woman on the ukulele.
So we should definitely have a stream sometime where you and me are jamming together for a nice little jam.
You know, I think we should not. The only jams that we should be hitting should be the waves.
Yeah.
Yo, jamming waves.
Nice transitions. Oh, now we got some information. And Monster Slots is leading 1-0 at table 1. Richard Schaber is 1-0 up too. So good position for Monster Slots at the moment. And thanks to Moritz, our judge, for the informations.
All I wanna do, see you turn into a giant woman, a giant woman.
Iru306, no, we are not streaming the other games, because how should we? Like, I mean, okay, we could save the replays and everything and then commentate on them afterwards, but no, we're just live streaming at the moment, and we are streaming one of the 3 games. And if we happen to be finished with this game before the other games, then we might actually see game 3 of one of the other 2 games, but most likely we're just going to see that game.
Do we know whether the last set card on Rikuri's side, on Niklas' side, is an anchor?
I think we do not know, no.
I think it was set by multi-roll, wasn't it?
I mean,
no, I don't think it's an anchor. I don't think it's an anchor. Maybe it is, because then this play would be like really weird.
Yeah, because then he just takes the Shizuku, right?
Yeah, the Shizuku from the EMZ.
Oh, Sali in the chat says it's engage.
The last one, are you sure? Because like the one next to the multi-roll was banished already. This looks like an engage. If that is engaged, then this is maybe not the right.
Oof. 2,000 life points left. That's a low count. And what is he going into Phoenix now? He is indeed. And I mean, the position isn't really bad, because actually Niklas will be left with 1 set card and the card in hand. But if that card, but okay, if that is engage, then he's in a really good situation. Yeah.
No, it isn't.
Ooh.
Yeah. The last card in hand is. Yeah, I mean, okay, it won't get through this multi-roll, right? Like, multi-roll should be at 20,000 right now. It should search, engage, anchor, and shark cannon, and jamming waves.
Yeah.
So yeah, this should be Stefano's game, actually.
Looks like it. And yeah, thanks Sali for actually
Yep.
keeping track of the game better than us. And the first engage.
Sorry for the disbelief.
Yeah, this first engage was banished by Didi Crow. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Very, very good. So 5 cards in the spell and trap zone. Oh, and Demise. That is a good way to maybe come back. So what do we see next? But I mean, by activating Demise, you obviously cannot go into any link plays this turn anymore, which is a huge disadvantage.
I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? If you're looking at his graveyard, he has Tushizu. That was the engage.
One of the two cards was a
Tushizuku's
pretty good
out.
top deck.
Yeah, he doesn't necessarily have to go into engage, right? Into a link monster. He can just summon a Ray if he has access to it, and then chill on it, and then in the next turn tribute it.
Wow, he has 5 cards in hand all of a sudden. That's just huge. Boy, he will be grinding through that board quickly, right? I can see it already.
Oh, he hit the engage. He actually hit the engage.
And by committing so hard last turn, Stefano actually is out of his Ray flow as well, because he summoned Unicorn, and this could be good. Niklas could be turning this around, and I didn't see that coming.
He still has, like, Demise top deck was actually Demise. He still has a multi-roll with Area 0 though, and he plays 3 afterburners. I don't know how he sides. He probably sides some of those out.
He should be, yeah. Especially because
I'm not sure if I'm agreeing. I'm not sure if I'm agreeing on siding those out, because it's good back row removal as well. But like, if he has afterburners in hand, then popping the Unicorn was definitely not the correct choice. I can't really tell though, because yeah, I don't know. Okay, so Shark Cannon. So Shark Cannon will be activated on the Kagari again. Why did they even limit that card, right?
Because you have to do gimmicky stuff like that, just taking it with Shark Cannon. And people in the chat were already arguing.
One is also in.
Yeah, they were arguing whether Shark Cannon now is the most important card in the mirror match. And that's also an interesting thing, because the most important card in the mirror match actually was moving from card to card. Like, at first people were saying, when Skyscraper was released, Widow Anchor is the most important card in the mirror match. Then people were saying Eagle Booster is the most important card in the mirror match. And so it was going like back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And yeah, that's pretty nice, I have to say. It was just evolvement. So let's see. 4 back row. That's a lot. But he didn't have access to the Way, as you were saying. He missed out on Ray, so... Ooh, he hits a Duster. That one's huge.
Yeah, you should have maybe thought about chaining
it, definitely.
The
because
of removal, yeah.
The comeback potential for Stefano also was limited, so... Wow. Like, you should definitely be using the Heavy Storm Duster on the multi-roll there, I guess, right? Because that limits the comeback potential for him a whole lot more after that.
Yeah. I mean, this is so intense. There's only like 2,000 damage left to do for Stefano, so basically it's 1.5 Hayate punches. And he also has an Eagle Booster, so...
looking good, looking
this
good.
This is one way to... Yeah, he definitely has the edge now. He has the advantage. So if he can play this outright, then I think he should take home for Gravity Card Gaming.
Yeah.
But we've seen like good men do bad stuff and bad men do good stuff in this stream. So maybe there's something happening that gives Niklas the edge overall. So yeah. What I'm trying to say is I'm stopping the jinxing here. Every time I say someone won the game, they don't, because something happens. Sometimes I'm just wrong.
Yeah, maybe we should call it the Jonas Sprang from now on, because you jinxed Jonas pretty hard too.
Oh yeah.
Really.
I did.
Oh, but now, and he has Ray as well.
This is just the fact, right? It's a Shark Cannon set, so this is game. Ah no, he can activate the Shark Cannon to summon Kagari. And then he will chain Ray. Then maybe...
Does he have
anchor the Kagari? Yeah, but Kagari can't attack if it's summoned by a Shark Cannon.
Yeah, you're right.
But you don't summon the monster before...
Oh, he's good.
Okay, apparently you do. Okay. You just activate Grave Cost, like you don't summon the monster after the Kagari effect went through, and Kagari can't attack, so the game wasn't over yet.
Alright, so let me just get our faces up the screen. And on
do we get like another featured match?
Yeah,
now?
That's what I'm wondering, because we will just be looking
Ah.
on Dwelling Book whether we find a second match for that.
Do we have the Dueling Book names though? Let me just check.
We will try to get table 2, right? So it should be Dark Destroyer. One of them should be Dark Destroyer. Yep. Oh, but they have no password. Why do they have no password, guys? But we should still go for the...
Why do you say that?
Yeah, because I just saw it, like... I couldn't hold it back. Yeah, Dark Destroyer versus Maddie Mail. Yeah, let's just go for that one.
Yeah. Oh, this looks interesting. This looks interesting. What the hell has happened to the graveyard of Dark Destroyer?
So we're going back to the table. There we are. I will just...
So many Sunlight Wolves in the graveyard.
Get your face a little bigger once more. And so everything is set up for some more Yu-Gi-Oh!
Well, how did the seal hit the field?
I do not know.
Like, I do not see 2 Dragonmon. Why is there nothing on Matty 99 male's side of the field? That's just like nothing going on. Who are these guys, anyways?
What is his extra deck saying? Oh, he only has the worm in the extra deck as well. So really nothing, as you were saying.
How did this hit the field? Like, there must be some explanation to it. Probably a pretty easy one.
Funnily enough, our graphic now is right. Actually, the bottom player, Maddie99 male, is Matteo Duraccio playing for Gravity Card Gaming. So, see what we did there? Oh, so Chiro Perna in the chat says, classic Tom, go first and remain Pankachops in the main deck. I mean, it is not super bad in Pendulum, because you can Pendulum summon it, obviously. And it can be a disruption in your opponent's turn. But, I don't know.
Yeah, I think this is game for Tom.
Should be, right?
Not gonna jinx anything so far, but this really looks like it's game. It's just one Pankratops pop, and that one is completely irrelevant as there's Bailings in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Until you can trigger Gazelle, so this pop doesn't do anything. He's at 4,000 health. Okay, we know how this is going on, right? Let's just change the featured match then, right? Because we don't... Like, there's no way he's not gonna win that. And I mean that. You wanna switch?
Yeah, I mean, we can try, shall we? Okay.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's correct.
Why? Oh, okay. Yeah,
so,
he just scooped, so that makes everything easier. So once again,
this is 1-1 tied up. So the final match.
Yeah, right. He equalized. True. So I think the last one is called Grand Soil. Yeah, Grand Soil, and they have a password. Nice. And it is the password I think we all know. Yes, like, oh wow, so many watchers.
Filled up graveyard. Phantasma, 5 cards in hand. 1 set card.
Oh, they
no Bailings in the graveyard.
They just started game 3. Interesting.
Ooh, I like it.
I like it like that. Hits the impermanence, okay. Did he not activate it? Why did you not activate it, bro?
This is
just
not an example of good execution. This is not how you do it.
Why do you not activate it? Who said? That's Agostino Parisi for Gravity Card Gaming. You are right now playing for the top 8 spot of your team in the Ultimate Guard Cup, and then you just not even activate. Oh no, sorry. Like actually, Grand Soil, like Richard for Monster Slots didn't activate it. So sorry, Agostino, you did everything right, but your opponent is just not trying to win right here, it seems.
But Agostino could have like gone into a lot of plays actually, but he just remained on Pancratops.
Yeah, looks like it.
Like go. I mean, maybe he knows about hand traps that I don't know about, but like before battle phase, go into Heater, summon Bailing's back, go into Sunlight Wolf, then use your Jaguar. Maybe you have Sanctuary in hand. I don't know.
Yeah.
You should have Sanctuary, and then go for like adding Circle and Roar, or only Roar, and then going for Jaguar and summon Gazelle.
Yeah, true. Absolutely. And now
That is.
Richard is doing some Salomon Great plays, as you are supposed to
Yeah.
with that deck. Let's see what more is happening. But I mean, oh, nothing on summon. Probably nothing on summon. Okay, he is asking whether he wants to trigger the Sunlight Wolf, apparently.
Yeah, but that wouldn't really make a lot of sense, right? Would it? Because he just wants the Falco on the field to go into Dweller or Baguska.
Yeah, right.
He needs this Falco Grave effect, so adding it back with Sunlight Wolf wouldn't do anything.
That's true. Do you think the Pancratops right now is a huge interruption in that scenario? Okay, he's actually going for it there. He's popping the Sunlight Wolf, okay. I mean, then afterwards, Richard is just going into another Sunlight Wolf, so what do you really accomplish with that?
I mean, he's preventing Bailings to go into the graveyard, like, you know?
How does he prevent that? I mean, he would just link it away then, right?
I mean, yeah, but if the one is linked away, then he can't even get rid of the Sunlight Wolf.
Okay, yeah.
Like, as soon as Bailings hits the graveyard, Pancratops is just useless, so he has to do this preemptively. But that's not really helping too much. I mean,
he's just using Called. Oof, that's huge.
Yeah. I mean, if that makes sense if you can go for like huge push or maybe game. But I think I'm not sure if I agree on that, and I'm like really not sure how Agostino didn't accomplish anything with this filled up graveyard.
I'm
miracle.
wondering at least as well, yeah. So looking good for monster slots now. Last turn we were like jumping into the game being like, oof, there's a lot going on. Agostino is having a pretty good board there, but now a lot of cards in the hand of Richard, securing him some playability this turn. And he actually resolved the Phantasme last turn, so that helped him too. Showing us once again that Phantasme against the right decks is just so huge. In general, it is weird with Phantasme right now, because there are decks where it's just a brick against, but against Salomon Great it's just amazing.
Oh, he can go into Stalio by summoning the Gazelle of his opponent.
Yeah.
He can also go into Jaguar, which is the funnier play, and then bounce back the Gazelle.
Right.
To go into Falco, but I think you also could just go for Stalio at first, and then link up into another Sunlight Wolf, and then go into Dweller on the Sunlight Wolf to add back the Gazelle. I think this is by far the better play.
Yeah.
And
Iru in the chat, he didn't forget to use the Gazelle effect. It was use the impermanence on it. So
yeah, that
he couldn't do it.
Was that a question?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. He asked whether he forgot, but he didn't.
Okay.
So there's Stalio.
So that one makes sense. So what do? You summon probably the Jaguar. Sorry, wrong Gazelle. Yeah, I see. But I guess you would rather want to. You would actually keep your own Gazelle, right? So your opponent can't summon it off of Heater. I think like the. Oh yeah, he can re-edit. Okay, I'm an idiot. He can re-edit. It's fine. If he decides to go into a Sunlight Wolf play.
Right.
But I think he might just do that. With this, he ends up on Wolf and. Okay. He maybe has.
Foxy? I mean, Foxy is a good card, but
if he has Jaguar on hand, then this is fine. So he can go into Sunlight Wolf with Heater and Foxy, then summon back the Foxy. Just to add it back with Falco and then have the Jaguar be summoned from the graveyard. That would be the perfect sequencing for that. Discard Jaguar, summon Foxy, add back Foxy. Yeah, there we go. He has rank 4. Only 2 cards in play of his opponent. Foxy in hand, a Gazelle in hand. 2 random cards that we don't know anything about. And a mulligan. And also the Pancratops. If his opponent top decks another Pancratops, then the card will be useless, as it's called. I mean, you can still attack, but it's not the yellow from the egg.
Surely not, surely not. And the top deck potential for Agostino is pretty limited, right? Because his board will be gone. And let's just look through his graveyard. He has Jaguar, he has the counter trap, but like...
Yeah, I don't think the graveyard will be too relevant next turn, actually.
That too, like... It's looking very, very good for Richard Schaber and Team Monster slots right there.
Like, also there are 2 hard draws that we at least don't know about, so this is neat.
Good place to be in. Hallelujah.
So do you Dweller or Baguska now? I don't even know if he plays Baguska.
I think he does not. But by saying that he probably summons it the next second, I knew it was coming.
Oh, yeah. yeah. That happened.
Okay, there's Baguska. And there's 2 cards in hand for Agostino now. Let's see. What are you doing? Oh, he's typing something in the chat. You guys cannot see that, but we can. Oh, what does he say?
Oh, thank God you can't see that because those are swear words. Okay. He didn't insult his opponent, though. But
okay, guys.
So I think you can just get the message still. I think he conveyed the meaning of his... Okay, he's salty, guys. I just can't phrase it.
All right. That
Monster
is a win
slots.
for Monster Slots. Nice.
Yes.
Congratulations. Overcoming Gravity Card Gaming 2-1. I think we have a lot of 2-1s actually in this cup, right? It seems like we're never having 2-0s.
No, actually, it's always kind of close.
Yeah.
I mean, This is like the thrill of the 3v3 format. So
yeah, kind of. So, that was a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Long matches. We saw a little bit of every single match, like the Pendulum matchup wasn't a whole lot, but it is over now, and guys, it is already pretty late, so let's just wrap it up now.
Yeah, I guess we can do that. I'm going to celebrate with my roommate, because I passed the test, and he finished his presentation that he worked like ages on, so...
nice. And I will have
thank you guys for watching.
I just ordered sushi on the side. Pretty nice, too.
That's neat.
Yeah.
So, anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Tune into our podcast. Watch the German National Championship. If you're there, then say hi to us. We always like to speak to people who enjoy our streams, or at least watch them if you're not enjoying